Little did I know when I recorded my first TikTok with my teenage daughter that it would become such an integral part of my life. I left the religion of my forefathers and the one that I was raised in, and it helped me to deconstruct and reprogram my mind, to open my mind to different types of spirituality. I learned about these methods on TikTok, and it helped me through that very dark time. Eventually, I would lose a 20-plus year marriage, and through the support and videos I watched on TikTok, I was able to pull myself out of the depression of divorce and find myself again. Through tapping into my passions, my creative pursuits, things that brought me joy, I was able to step back into a healthy self-concept, literally pulling myself from the ashes because of what I had learned and the support I had garnered on TikTok. I made so many friends through this app, people from all over the country and all over the world. And eventually, when I would go through another heartbreak that almost destroyed me, it was the thought leaders and information on TikTok that helped me realize that I was actually in an abusive relationship. It helped me to see the patterns that had brought that relationship into my life and the parts of myself that had tolerated poor behavior. I was able to do so much inner child healing. I was also able to pinpoint toxic behavior, the behavior of narcissists, through all of the thought leaders, psychologists offering their free advice on this app. And I was able to go ahead and make videos and develop a huge following of other women that had been affected by narcissistic abuse and teach them what I had learned so that they could pinpoint that in their own lives, walk away from it, and undertake the healing that I had gone through. Eventually, I found my way out of that again, a second or third awakening in my middle age. And I'm going to tell you right now, it was TikTok and the things I learned on TikTok and the community I found on this app that has helped me through so many of these different awakenings and pulling myself out of the gutter and alchemizing hardship into strength. I read this book on a book group that I coordinated through friends I had made on TikTok, and together we read this and we did the workbook. This propelled me into a creative era of my life where I started to record a podcast on the divine feminine awakening and helping other women to face these big obstacles in middle age and how to reclaim their voice and find their way out of toxicity. A podcast turned into a breakup course that I offered for free to other people getting out of narcissistic abuse. And through my inspiration gleaned from TikTok and the people that I met here, I was able to take this podcast to Spotify and record several episodes. I was able to market these podcast episodes on TikTok and gather even more of a following. At this point, I was earning an income to help support my single person household. I wrote a book during this creative phase, and I'm currently writing a second book based on the inspiration and learning that I gleaned from TikTok. And lastly, I eventually met my soulmate and divine counterpart, and I recognized him and called him in based on the learning, healing, and growth that I had gathered from this app. And now he and I create together on this app, providing help for individuals who are also on a soulmate path. To say this app has helped me and my family immensely would be an understatement. I have not only gathered so much knowledge and wisdom that has propelled my healing and that has leveled me up in so many ways, but I've met an amazing community of people along every step of the way that have helped me to feel less alone, more supported, and have provided me with even more growth and knowledge in my own personal endeavor. I cannot put a value on this app and hope that our legislators will do all that they can to preserve TikTok as a part of our way of life.